Hello everyone, it is Dr. Kelly Diane, and I decided to go ahead and upload a video for this week because I haven't had an opportunity to upload the video. So hello to everyone. Thank you so much for joining my YouTube channel, for watching this YouTube video today. And if you have an opportunity, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon at the bottom where you can get notified of any videos that I will be uploading and posting immediately. I would absolutely love for you guys to do that. And don't forget also, guys, if you would comment below on the videos, if anything that I say resonate, so that the other listeners or the other viewers can come in and read the comments and be inspired to go ahead and watch and click on the video. And so I was sitting here thinking, I'm drinking my coffee, and I said to myself, let's have a conversation about narcissism and karma. Simply because a lot of people in my coaching practice I've discovered, and also other people that I've just talked to in casual conversation, they always want to take exact revenge on the narcissist, and I always tell them, no, you don't want to do that. And it's kind of hard to convince an individual who has been injured or traumatized by narcissistic abuse to not do that, because our first reaction is that, hey, he hurt me, she hurt me, I'm going to hurt them back. And so, as no, being the human beings that we are, we want to revenge, and sometimes the revenge is not necessarily something really huge. It may be, hey, let me call the new supply and let her know that what this man has done to me. That may be revenge for. That's usually the revenge for most people, is to let the new person know, the new supply know, that this man has done these things to you, or this woman has done these things to you. And I want to quickly say that, I am a women's empowerment coach, and so I speak to women. And so if you hear that I'm constantly talking about a male narcissist, you can flip it to female, male, either one. I'm talking about both because I'm used to talking to a series of women. Then I like to speak directly to our women, continue along that energy of the feminine of the women. And so what happens is that we get hurt, we get injured, and the first thing we want to do is make a phone call or alert the new woman. Excuse me, alert the new woman and let them know, hey, I was with him last week, or he called me last week, or we were together, and this is what he did, and this is what he did. And sometimes it's not so much as to alert the woman, but to harm the woman, to let her know that, hey, you should not have done this to me. This is my man. This is my husband. You knew we were together. And it's true. They probably do know that. They're very aware that something is going on. And narcissists are they're not smart people. Okay, so they don't do a good job of covering up their tracks at all. It's just that we refuse to walk in awareness. And so at Align with Dr. Kelly Diane, I teach you how to walk in awareness. And so what do I mean by that? Normally what happens is that we see these red flags and we refuse to believe them. Or we may address the red flags with our mate or with that narcissist, and he quickly talks us out of it because we want to believe so badly that we have found our soulmate. And so in doing so, we excuse a lot of the behavior that we're seeing in this person. And we're also embarrassed about what's going on or the ending of that relationship, because we have told family members or whatsoever that we are in this relationship. And so we've been very braggadocious about the relationship. And so at that point, we're afraid to even just expose that it's not what we said it was, after we spent so many years or months together, and or decades, just putting him on a pedestal, because we knew that if we didn't put him on a pedestal, there was going to be consequences that were going to be enacted behind the scenes, that he was going to take something away, he was going to do something, he was going to make us feel bad. And that's why it's an abusive relationship, because that's the thing that they do. And so we constantly put them on this pedestal to show the world that we, one, picked a good mate, two, that he's a great person, and neither of which are true. And so going back to the revenge part of the relationship, no, you don't want to exact revenge, and let me tell you why. And this is real. I promise you, this is real. You don't have to exact revenge. Because you're way too classy of a person to do that, okay? And I'm going to get into it a little bit further. You have way too much power to do that. And secondly, because and you can switch them around, but the thing that I have to say is that these narcissists live their karma every single day. If you don't believe too much more of what I say, believe and understand and trust me when I tell you they live their karma every single day. And that just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. Just because you see something else doesn't mean it's not happening. Just because you see them being happy or moving on happily doesn't mean it's not true. It's not true because remember, these narcissists are master illusionists, master magicians, predators, manipulators. They have been doing it all their lives. And so their job is to make you think that they've moved on happily because it's a punishment. Remember, they never get rid of you. They always come back because they believe that you belong to them. And so, in doing so, what they do is they want to punish you now that you've caused a narcissistic injury. And the narcissistic injury is one, you've left or you've gotten away, or you're not talking to them, you're going no contact, or you've even found out about the affair that they're having. They will punish you for cheating on because they cheat on you. They will switch it and they will accuse you of say that you caused them to do that. Or, of course, if you've seen the affair, they're going to deny it, but they're going to penalize you for finding out. Okay. And so our first instinct is, of course, to exact revenge. But here's the revenge that I'm talking about in terms of a narcissist. A narcissist, number one, cannot be happy. Okay. They cannot be happy. Something has happened to them when they were a child and has caused them to disconnect from, I always say, from their soul. And so they live with constant shame and abandonment issues. It is a personality disorder. It is a disorder and it cannot be treated. Okay. From what I've read, it cannot be treated. And then furthermore, they're not looking to be treated. They're not interested in being treated. And so narcissists are constantly unhappy. So it doesn't matter what you do to them and what you've done for them, they are going to be unhappy. And it's not, and if you watch my other videos, I've constantly said to you, it isn't because she's better than you. It isn't because she's greater. It isn't because she's doing things differently. What she's probably done is, well, what has really happened is he's moved on to that person because you probably stopped doing something, because you've discovered he isn't who he said he is. And so he's found a new victim, and this victim knows nothing about him. He spent a long time covering up and backtracking and covering his tracks to not reveal who he really is, right? And so she has no idea, the same way you had no idea, or you didn't have as much idea as you know now, that this person is who they really are. You had no idea that this person had bad credit, or this person was a pedophile, or this person just did so many other things that you just had no idea they were doing. They had multiple women, multiple baby mamas, multiple marriages, bad credit. I mean, just so much stuff. You had no idea. And so this new person that they've secured, they also have no idea. They're clueless. Or if they have an inkling, of course, the narcissist is such a manipulator. They've talked them out of, it's almost like don't believe your lying eyes. They spent a huge amount of time convincing them that what they see is not true. And you know that from your experience, because that's the same thing they did to us, right? They convinced us that we didn't see this, or we didn't know this, or we didn't hear that. And we was like, well, I believe I did. And they spent so much time. And then on top of that, most of the time, if it's doing love bombing, then they spent a lot of time making it up to you, making you feel even more valuable so that you could forget the wound that occurred, which is you seeing that they're doing something they're not supposed to do. But they spend a lot of time. They may buy you some extra gifts. They may spend more, give you more attention. They actually, how can I say this? They spend a lot of time catering to your wounds that you have not addressed. And because you haven't addressed these wounds, that's why we attract these narcissists. Because that's entire other video. But they spend a lot of time addressing those wounds because, one, you've told them that you had these wounds, right? And so they know how to get you. They're going to get you in by, if you like attention, they're going to give you a lot of attention. If you like gifts, they're going to spend a lot of time getting you gifts. But here's the kicker: the money that they use is generally from another supply that they have, several supplies they have on the side that they have convinced that they are also their girlfriends, and so they are all giving them gifts, right? Or they are all thinking this is their chance to become the narcissist girlfriend. And so they're giving all these gifts to keep his attention. They're jumping through all these hoops to keep his attention. And generally they use money. And so they take that money from all those various supplies and then they use it on you to secure you. So it is a whole toxic cycle. It's a whole world out there that you have no idea is going on. And some of the things I really don't even want to know, that I found out a lot about the narcissists I was with, and I really don't want to know anymore. It was absolutely traumatizing, and I thank God that God pulled me out of it. And so understand, going back to the karma, understand that every day this narcissist has to wake up every day and look in the mirror. They have to look in the mirror at themselves, and they carry shame. And what happens when you're in shame? You generally don't want to look at yourself in the mirror. You don't want to deal with the issues that you have. And so they carry lots of shame, abandonment issues, lots of various rejection, lots of various woundings, but they always show up as they have it all together. You know that they have it all together, and the only person that has a problem is you, and so they're here to rescue you from your problems. But really, they're the ones with a tremendous amount of woundings. Not to say that we're perfect, because we aren't, but they have issues that they, one, will not acknowledge, and two, they won't address. Whereas we will acknowledge them and we will address them. And so every day he has to wake up every day trying to figure out how to manipulate, how to cover up, how to, just so many things he has to figure out how to do to keep these very supplies away from each other. He has to continue to divide them. He has to continue to conquer. He has to continue to lie. He has to continue to cheat. He has to continue to steal. And this is on a daily basis. So you probably noticed that your narcissist didn't sleep much at night. One, because they're afraid of dying, because they know that once they die, that it is no way that they can run from the karma that they've accrued. And so, yes, they are very fearful of death. But two, they're not sleeping at night because they know they have to keep this plan. This is a 24-hour job, to try to keep all these women apart, to keep all the games being ran, to keep that mask on constantly. They wake up every day. Well, they don't take it off, but they have it on 24 hours a day. So just imagine living in misery where you hate yourself 24 hours a day and you're manipulating, you're scheming. Just imagine that. Whereas with us, the people who have taken accountability and are willing to do the work on our wounds, we don't wear a mask, right? We don't wear a mask, and that's why we, one of the reasons why we have got that narcissist in our aura is because they see that we are very transparent people, or people who have huge hearts, who are willing to help other people. But the reality is, God gave us something amazing. He gave all of us something very amazing power to overcome and to create the life that you want, and to manifest things, and to love, and to bring light into the world. And so these narcissists, unfortunately, they turned away from it. They're not interested. They don't want any parts of it, right? Because of what has happened in their lives as children. And so they are on the dark side, and we're on the light side. And so the good thing about us is that we can, us as empaths, us as people who've escaped the narcissist, is that we can start over. We can build upon the beautiful gifts that God gave us. We recognize them. We know that we can create abundance. We know that we can create wealth. We can create love. We can create light. Those are things that we want and we've always wanted. And understand that the narcissist was very, very jealous because we had those attributes, because they didn't know how we did it. They didn't know how we created such a beautiful life, prior to from meeting them. And they're very jealous. As a matter of fact, they're envious, and envy is way worse than jealousy. They're envious, and envy and jealousy, two different things, okay? Two different things. Envy will cause a person to kill you because it's a hatred. And so they're very envious of what you have. And so when they first meet you, they're appearing to love everything about you. But the reality is, over time, as you notice, they actually do not love it. They envy it, and they hate that you have it, because they cannot steal from you those qualities. They try to. They steal your ideas. They steal your occupation. They try to do that. They will become a counselor. Like, I am a certified life coach. I have one that's running around saying he's a counselor. I have a PhD in counseling. I have one that's running around saying he's a counselor. You could be a person who works out of the gym. The next thing you know, they are a person who they're identity thieves. They steal everything. But the one thing they can't steal is the beautiful qualities that God gave you. They can emulate them. They can pretend that they have them. But if you spend any time with a narcissist over a period of time, you'll start to see that they will say it, but they don't show it. They can talk about compassion, and they will fake it for a little while, but over time they won't be able to do it. It's impossible. They can't keep it going. It takes too much effort. And eventually, once you start to see the mask come off, then you start to see who they are. And then, of course, they're going to start to discard, because at that point, they know that you peered over the mask and you can see what's going on. You may not be quite sure of what it is that you see, but you know there's something there. And so that scares the daylights out of them, because every narcissist knows that they have a timeline. They know that everyone is going to discover, the person that they're dating is eventually going to discover who they are and what energy they operate in, and the person's going to leave. They already know it. They know it, and they've done it probably hundreds of times. And so because they're delusional, they keep trying over and over again, and they have to make you the bad person, because if they don't make you the bad person, it is going to mess with their false reality that they believe that they're just, they're perfect. There's nothing wrong with them. And so if you leave them, then that's going to say there's something wrong with them. And so, of course, they're not going to accept that ever, if there's anything wrong with them. It's very unfortunate. But Understand when I tell you that karma comes every day because they have to wake up every day and repeat. It's almost like that show. I forgot the name of the one show they had where the person wanted Christmas so bad, and every day they woke up and it was Christmas every day, and they started to actually hate Christmas because they were on loop, repeat, repeat. So it was nowhere, nothing to change. They knew what to expect. They saw the same old thing. They knew they had to wake up the next day how it was going to unfold, and that's a narcissist. He knows every day he has to get up and lie, cheat, steal. He knows at the end of a relationship that the person's going to leave. He knows that. He knows that he's disordered to the point where he's going to cheat some kind of way. He's going to gamble. He's going to have various addictions. A lot of them, if you notice or not, they have quite a few vices. They're drinkers, they're smokers, they're gamblers. They're doing a lot of stuff that they could have quite a few of those that you may not find out till later on. They unfortunately a lot of us normalize their behavior. Oh, he loves to drink, or he loves to. No, he's hiding behind his feelings, all that pain and suffering and shame that they experience, and they're experiencing now, and they know that they're conniving and sneaky, and they know that they're going to go out here and do something to you. They know that they're going to the time is going to be over soon, where the relationship is going to come to a demise because of what they're doing. They know they're going to get discovered, so they're living this fake life over and over again. So their karma is that they have to deal with this every single day. And just think about it. If you had to live like that, wouldn't you be unhappy? Wouldn't you be disgusted? Wouldn't you be probably depressed? Wouldn't you not see the value in life if you had to live like that? But we don't have to live like that, and we're not going to live like that. But they're choosing to do that. So they have already caused their own karma. They've caused their own karma. Everything they've done is coming back to haunt them every single day. So no, there is no need for you to go and exact revenge. There's no such thing. We're not here to do that anyway. We're here to bring light and to bring love here, and to not to go back down to that lower vibration of the narcissist and cause pain, because that would make us just as bad as they are. And so that's not the energy that we want to work in. We want to raise our vibrational energy and live in love and light. Okay, so listen, if you find that you need any assistance with this process, that you need someone to talk you through it and help you get through it, that is what I do. I am a narcissistic abuse recovery coach. I am an ordained minister, registered nurse, motivational speaker. I also have my book here that I wrote, and it's called Soul Wounds. It's on Amazon, that you can find on Amazon. Dr. Kelly Diane. It's called Soul Wounds. It was an Amazon bestseller, and it talks about my transparent journey of what I went through to become who I am today. And it also covers some ways that you can heal and get through your healing, your trauma, if you have encountered any. So if you need any assistance, remember, I am a certified life coach. You can reach me at www.linewithdrkellydiane.com. I am on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. And of course a web page as well. So and YouTube, of course. So you can also call me at 443-502-0552 if you want to have a candid conversation. Also, go to the webpage. I give a 15-minute consult to see if we're a good fit for each other, to see if I can work with you or you can work with me, or if I can refer you to the person that can. Just know that you're not alone on this journey. I've been down this road, so I'm talking to you. I'm coming to you from not just book experience, but also from personal experience. And so I have been studying this for years, and I mean hours and hours and hours of this. And so I would love to help walk you through this journey to help you get to the other side, because there is freedom on the other side of pain. You don't have to suffer through this. You're not alone. You have found the right channel. We are tribal warriors where we are trying to heal and just deal with the pain that has been inflicted on us. And this is not the end. There is someone out there that would love you for exactly who you are, the wonderful soul that you are. It's just not the narcissist. And you deserve so much better than to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't love you, never did love you, never will love you. They lied and say they did, but they did not love you. And so just to be frank and honest, no, they did not. And so staying in energy of always giving solutions, as I do on each video. The solution for wanting to deal with calling the narcissist is to stop and look at yourself and look at the beautiful gifts that you have, and understand he didn't take those. He couldn't take those. God gifted you with those. And so take those beautiful gifts that God gave you, the loving, kind soul that you are, and do the healing for yourself. Use that energy to heal yourself. Do not use that energy to try to destroy this person. It is a waste of your time, because ultimately they're going to be destroyed anyway by a much higher power in a way that really we could not even do anyway. So it's just a matter of time. Don't worry about it. He's not happy. He's posting pictures saying he's happy because he knows it's going to hurt you. He's telling his family that he's happy because he knows it's going to hurt you. So you want to go no contact. Don't contact them. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to the flying monkeys. Don't listen to anything in the inbox. Don't answer his texts. Don't do anything. Remove yourself and heal. Remove, walk away, heal, love yourself. Give yourself the love that you deserve, okay? So once again, thank you so much. This is Dr. Kelly Diane with Align with Dr. Kelly Diane. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye-bye.